Frontline, which did that great piece on the players with CTE. And now we're testing players who aren't dead for preliminary tests of CTE, which don't confirm it completely, but they give an indication. And the latest player that we've seen in that, latest couple of players, are first Joe DeLamielleure, who blocked for O.J. Simpson for years with the Bills, and then Tony Dorsett. And no one person matters than another, but like for guys, I think of our generation, you know, Tony Dorsett's like one of the best players we ever saw start to finish, you know.
For sure, yeah.
And it just seemed, and
Joe DeLamielleure is a great player because when you had his football card and you were a kid, every kid pronounced it differently.
Yeah.
It's one of those, DeLamielleure.
And he had one great card where you saw him pulling in front of OJ, or maybe it was OJ's card.
I think it was OJ, must have been OJ.
But you saw DeLamielleure heading downfield and
Right.
OJ behind him. You know, it was cool.
And Joe Ferguson on the
Whatever
ground.
happened to OJ Simpson? I don't hear much from him anymore.
No, I mean,
retired
but again,
quietly.
maybe he has concussion.
Right, maybe. Yeah, who knows?
Maybe.
By the way, maybe he does. Come to think
You
of
know
it.
what? That's probably coming up soon. He's probably
Yeah.
going to get tested and.
That's interesting. But, you know, DeLamielleure was on the line, and we've seen it with offensive linemen and defensive players. And somehow a running back who doesn't deliver blows, but, you know, not like
Certainly
Dorsett.
takes them, though.
Takes
I
them,
mean,
though,
every
yeah.
single play.
There's some indication that, well, the preliminary tests, which don't confirm it, show that he has some early signs, Dorsett does. And he says that, you know, he's had memory loss and he's had rage issues. And so he wasn't totally surprised. He was on the plane flying to Los Angeles where he got tested at UCLA. And he said he couldn't remember why he was on the plane, where he was going.
That's significant.
So we have a couple of quotes here from Tony Dorsett, and obviously this is from an Outside the Lines piece on ESPN, which everybody should watch. He's talking about his daughters, his youngest kids. They're 15 and 10, his two daughters. I've got to take them to places that I've been going to for many, many, many years, and then I don't know how to get there. And then later Dorsett says, talking about his rage, it's painful, man, for my daughters to say they're scared of me. And then he paused, and then he teared up, and then he said, it's painful. You know, I don't know what to say about this yet because the story's ongoing, but it's unquestionably, my enjoyment of football is unquestionably reduced, and some of that might have to do with that I no longer feel a connection to the team I grew up rooting for. I think that has something to do with it. But I wince all the time in football, like the way my mom used to. You know, when my mom was acting, she was putting on a show of, ooh, woo, you know. But now I watch it and a guy gets hit out of bounds, not even that bound. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just, it's hard to.
The coverage is also so much more intimate now. So you hear the hits and you see them over and over from 20 different angles. And yeah, I mean, but it's every single game. So I know exactly what you mean. I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know what the curative thing is. I have a 9-year-old son who plays flag football now and who wants to play tackle football.
Will you let him play tackle? This is my question to all my friends on Facebook whose kids are finally entering that stage where they can put on helmets.
I will
and
let
pads.
him play. Yes, I will.
But knowing, did you watch League of Denial?
I didn't. Oh yes, I did watch the long form. Yeah.
And you'll still let your kid play football?
I still will let my kid play football. I don't know that he'll want to. I'd rather he play hockey, which I know a lot of people think is also a violent game. It's different. It's the contact in hockey is not at all the same. It's incidental.
Especially, I imagine, in youth hockey.
In youth hockey, especially, you know. But truthfully, I mean, it's a conundrum. You know?
But I mean, that's an informed decision you're making, I guess, for your child, and then they can make it for themselves. But I feel
and
like
it's also his mom and I would have to talk about it, and you know, I think that he loves football. I mean, he wants to be a football. I mean, he's not going to be a football player.
But then you see Tony Dorsett, who at how old is he? 50-something?
59.
Saying, I'm angry, and having all these symptoms that all those guys, Mike Webster and all of them had, that they just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And
Leonard Marshall, too, of the Giants,
Yeah.
Tested. He's young. I think he's 50.
I don't know. It's tough. Because Tony Dorsett, the biggest thing that I actually saw that interview, and he talks about the little hits, the 25-mile, 30-mile-an-hour hits that are seemingly, he only knows of 2 concussions that he had.
Right.
Joe DeLamielleure says he doesn't think he had never got tested positive for a concussion, and he guesses that he thinks he had 100.
Yeah, if you were in a car accident at 35 miles an hour, 10 times a day.
Right.
you're bruising your brain. It's a very
it's easy to say.
sensitive
I don't
organ.
have a son. I have a daughter. She's not going to play football.
You might have a son at some point.
I might. So, but I mean, it's easy to say when you don't have one. Michael is in it. Like he's a kid who's 9 at exactly the age where at 10 he's going to want to put a helmet on and play bad. I don't think I'd do it. I don't think after seeing this, I don't think I'd let him play. And then at some point, like when they're in high school, you can't really stop them. I mean, I guess you can prevent them from going out for the team, but you run a huge risk of
golf.
You give them a tennis racket or a golf club.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. I know what you're saying, and it's a good path. But the other thing I think with my son specifically is he's going to get hit once, and he's going to be like, I don't want to play. So if he can survive the first hit, then I think we're okay.
Where's my baseball glove, Dad?